Hey guys, it's the King's Jewel here, back again with another video, and you are here to respectfully mind my business, heavy on the respect basis. So today I'm going to be speaking about obedience, because that is what the Lord came and told me to talk about today. So we're going to be talking about obedience. The thing about obedience is we think that it needs to look like great works of faith. It needs to look like having everything figured out. It needs to look like looking ready or knowing what to do. What obedience really is trusting God and moving in what He said to do, no matter how small or great that move forward is. Obedience in of itself is surrendering the result to God, that no matter what the end result will be, that you are still going to obey. That's really what obedience boils down to. I was reading about Abraham this morning and how the Lord told him, was testing his faith, and the Lord told him to sacrifice his son Isaac, and he got up, went for the sacrifice, went on the mountain to sacrifice his son. And it wasn't until he literally tied down Isaac on the altar, ready to slay him, because in his mind he thought God can raise him from the dead. Did God stop and say, "Now I see that you love me and that you fear me, that you would not even withhold your son, your only son, from me"? The thing is, Abraham didn't know what the end result would be. In his mind, he just thought God can raise him from the dead. Because think of it, if by waiting over 30 years, God fulfilled the promise, then what's to say God can't raise his son from the dead? And I know for me, I make obedience complicated. I make obedience look like I have to basically be like the Apostle Paul, when really all obedience is making the choice to do the right thing and following what God says. And especially last week, the word that kept on coming to me was obedience, because currently I'm dealing with a situation in which I have been consistently disobedient in it, and the consequences of that is literally affecting my life and my health, because I chose to remain disobedient in this thing. And so what my walk in obedience has been now is constantly submitting and surrendering this thing to God and actually walking and doing what He said to do, which is a lot more difficult than you realize. But all it simply starts with is trusting God that no matter what the end result will be, that I will obey. The reason why a lot of us don't obey is because we're afraid of consequences. We're afraid of what would happen, what people would think, or how I would look, or what I will fail. We're always thinking about the consequences of what may happen, but we don't think about the consequence of what will happen if we disobey, because disobedience is a sin and you'll be going against God. So in that sense, when we think of obedience, it's not something that we should be in a sense of fearfulness, because the just shall live by faith, and the fear of the Lord is the beginning of all wisdom. But the fear of the Lord does not look like being afraid. You understand? It's that I serve God and I will do what He says because I love Him and I want to serve Him. That's what the fear of the Lord looks like. So today, if the Lord is calling you to obey in whatever He is calling you to obey in, obey. For obedience is better than sacrifice, and to hearken rather than the fat of lambs. Do what you need to do, guys. That's all. Bye.